and welcome to my channel. And this video is titled, What Happens When You Don't Participate in the Narcissist Activities / Lifestyle? Woo, honey. And, I always say, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but you cannot beat yourself up for what you allowed in the past. All that you can do is learn from it. And it took me so long to even get to where I am right now because I was hurt, angry, frustrated, like ticked off that someone could just get their rocks off on hurting me. And it bothered me so much because I would never do that to someone else. I would never do that to you. And the fact that you have absolutely no regard for my feelings, if anything, it brings you joy to inflict pain upon someone. But you have to remember, when you are dealing with a narcissist, all logic goes out the window. So you have to just X that out right then and there. And the narcissist will, do things to intentionally hurt you. And also with the narcissist, they are all about control. As you probably have noticed, if things do not go their way, and it could be anything at all, if things do not go their way, they have a meltdown like a 5-year-old child. And a narcissist has to be in control of everything and everyone. And the narcissist will do thand to intentionally hurt you, take you off, to do things to get a reaction from you. Because when they get a reaction from you, and it's so funny because the narcissist cannot keep their emotions under control at all. The narcissist just blows up. But the narcissist, once they see that they can knock you off of your game, they can get you to act out of character, they can get you pissed off, they've won. Because they're also like a child in that sense, where you know how like a child will do anything to get their parents' attention, like act out, because they're getting a reaction, and also like, they're yelling at me, so they care. Well, narcissist is like a 5-year-old child. So, and the last time that I was in contact, communication, I don't even know what you would call it. I know what I would call it. I would call it, and I don't like to use the term the universe testing me. I don't really like to use that term, but I want to say the universe presented me with a path and is like, all right, are you going to go down this path? You know how it's going to lead. Are you going to take this? Because you've taken this path, a billion times in the last decade. Are you going to do it again? And I didn't. So props to me for healing. But also this person just trying to do anything to get a reaction from me. And it's just like when you gray rock a narcissist, meaning you don't give a reaction. It's just very mundane. Yeah. You show no reaction. They want that because it shows that they have control. And then whenever you gain your control back, a narcissist doesn't like that. That's why the narcissist wants a doormat, a people pleaser, someone with no self-esteem, no self-worth, because, they are in control of your emotions. It's just disgusting, but that is a narcissist. And the narcissist doesn't like it when you take control back. Narcissist doesn't like that because also this person thought that I was going to be the same person that I was, meaning I'm just going to let you mentally, verbally abuse me, that I'm just going to, okay, whatever you say, I'm sorry for doing nothing. Like he really thought that that's what was going to happen this time around, and no, it didn't. And I think that ticked him off. It's all about control. It is all about control. It's like being in a dictatorship, okay? And that's no way to be in a relationship. That's why narcissists bounce from partner to partner. They don't change their behavior. They just bounce from partner to partner. And if you notice, it's always, it's people that either don't know the narcissist real well or people that they know they can get over on. Oh, she has no self-esteem. Oh my God, she has zero self-worth. So she'll put up with it. And that's another thing. Narcissists, they don't like to be alone. But it's like, honey, yeah, like I said, you can't find logic with a narcissist. That just doesn't work. But what happens when you don't participate in the narcissist activities / lifestyle? And oh, honey, this is pure experience, as with everything. Can opposites attract? Yes, of course. Of course, opposites can attract. But when the person hates you, like when the narcissist hates you, yeah, things aren't really going to attract there, because this person used to say every time he would break up with me, meaning whenever he was out with his mistresses, and just, oh God, it's disgusting. But again, instead of this person just cutting off all ties with me, if I'm not awful and wretched and horrid, no, you have to get more sympathy play, more sympathy coochie, and also just destroy me in the process. Just stab that knife through my heart and my back. I mean, just double teaming it. Yes, opposites most definitely can attract. And he would always say, oh, well, we have nothing in common. We have nothing in common. And I will say he was absolutely right on that. And I'll get to that in a second. He was absolutely right on that. We have nothing in common. But also, when you hate me, oh, we really don't have anything in common then. And this person he has said, oh, well, Lee, I don't hate you. When did I ever say that I hated you? Okay, well, I have screenshots, first and foremost. And secondly, look at the plethora of things that you have done. Narcissists will say anything. That's why the saying, talk is cheap. Yeah, anyone can say anything. You have to look at how people move. You have to look at how they move. And I know that our logical brain and our heart, it doesn't coincide. But no, you got to listen to your brain and say, oh, that's how he's moving. No, that's how he feels, most definitely. But then, of course, whenever the narcissist told me to go F myself, never speak to him again, and I did that. I do that. And then they're not in control of you anymore, because they are used to you, at least in my experience, they are used to you running back. It's that trauma bond. So they are used to you running back and saying, oh, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. Like, they are in control of your emotions. That's why narcissists also use the silent treatment as a manipulation tactic. And it's just like, who wants to be around that? But the narcissist, when he was trying to get back into my good graces, oh, but we have so much in common. No, we don't. You like to lie, cheat, just destroy me. And I don't like to be with somebody who likes to do that. So no, actually, I will say no, we have absolutely nothing in common. And this poses another great question. Can a drinker mesh with a non-drinker? Can someone who drinks have a relationship with someone who doesn't drink? Now, join my Patreon for a little more in-depth situation on that. But when I got with this narcissist, oh, he's a drinker. He still is a drinker. And again, I don't know if it's like a generational thing, because, people of that generation, drinking is huge. It's what they do. So again, is it a generational thing? I mean, well, I don't know, because I do know men his age that actually, take care of themselves, and, they don't drink, because drinking derails your progress and your training. So, can't really say that. But this person, he's a drinker. Drinking is a part of his lifestyle. Everything revolves around drinking. And let's not forget, he's a pretend musician. So not only are you going to these dingy, crappy, biker bars to play, okay? So you're drinking there. in your spare time, oh, let's go have a drink. Let's go grab a drink. Let's go here. Let's go there. Like everything is drink, drink, drink. I was not a drinker. I mean, I'm not a drinker. There was a period where that person drove me to drink. And actually, everyone is an adult. You cannot blame your actions on other people. But honey, the people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or pull you down. And he did me no favors. And I think he knew that. But, here we are now. So everything revolved around drinking. I was not a drinker. And that was the only thing that we could bond over, is going and drinking. And also, what is going on in your life that you are constantly numbing yourself? Because that's what you are doing. You are numbing, quieting, like you are escaping something. Because, I mean, drinking is very prevalent in your life. And then whenever you're not going out to these nasty bars and just dingy bars and drinking it, whenever you're not doing that, you're sitting at home playing video games, drinking. I mean, drinking is a very prevalent activity in his lifestyle. It's not mine. And it's like, now I see, oh, now I know why you're a drinker. You're an awful person. You have self-hatred. You might see the error in your ways, but you don't want to change it. So yeah, you are using drinking as a coping mechanism. I mean, let's just, we just calls it like we sees it. And, this person has said to me, well, I like to come home and have a beer after work, and I like to do this and I like to do that. And it's like, okay, well, that's a part of your lifestyle. That's not a part of my lifestyle. And, like this person, we have two totally different things. If given the opportunity to like hit the gym or drink, he's going to drink. And that's fine. There's people that are into that lifestyle, but it's not my lifestyle, and then this person has said, oh, I can stop anytime I want to. Yeah, but you're not stopping. You're drinking all the time. Like it's a part of your lifestyle. I mean, I guess that's what people did in the 50s and 60s. I don't know. But also, this person's like, well, I have a very physical job. So, I just, that's my workout. And I'm like, you're not on the ranch. Like, I mean, if you want to get down to it, when I was in hospitality, honey, I got my steps in all the time, and granted, you don't want to come home from a long day of being on your feet and work out, but, in your spare time and your free time. But so, it's drinking is a part of his lifestyle. That is fine. It's not a part of my lifestyle. And whenever you don't want to go out to crappy bars and drink, you don't want to be around drunks. I mean, like I said, I was in hospitality for quite a long time. I was everything: bottle service girl, shot girl, bartender, like you name it. I don't want to be around drunks. At the time, I was around drunks at work. At least they were paying me to be there. I don't want to be around alcohol and drunks in my spare time. And he couldn't get that, didn't care. And one of the reasons why he likes to go to these crappy, dingy bars is, and he's a pretend star, he's a pretend musician, therefore he's a pretend star, and that is supply. And you know what? That's fine. That's not my lifestyle. And the fact that I didn't want to go out drinking, I didn't want to do that. So then he would go find people who would. He would go find women who would. He would talk all this ish about me, and I saw it. I saw the screenshots. He would talk all this ish about me and then go meet up with so-and-so to have a drink. And it's just like, I want to say, why did this person still have anything to do with me if everything that I do just doesn't coincide with him? Now, narcissists get pleasure out of hurting you. It's what they do. And yeah, I mean, we had nothing in common. It is the drinking, and that is the prevalent thing. And he would always say, "Oh, well, you never want to go out. You never want to go out." No, I don't want to go to crappy bars. I don't want to go to dingy, smoky bars. But the narcissist, yeah, the narcissist, at the end of the day, the narcissist is very calculated, is very meticulous, and the narcissist only cares about himself. A narcissist is going to get supply by any means necessary. Oh, let's go to the bar because everybody knows my name. I get supply. I get to feel like a big guy. And on top of that, I am suppressing all the internal chaos that I have going on. And, because a narcissist, they don't like reality. They don't want to be faced with reality. And also it's kind of like, geez, also the people you surround yourself with have to have a drink in their hand 24/7. So it is low vibrational activities. That's what a narcissist is. A narcissist is very, very low vibrational, very dense, very and they want to bring you down to that level. Narcissists do not try to elevate you and bring you up. And you notice that once you start getting around different people, you notice just how awful the narcissist is on how they bring you down to that level. So what happens when you don't participate in the narcissist activities lifestyle? Oh, they find someone who will. But they'll still keep you around. I mean, it's just sick, twisted, and quite literally demented. But that's what happens when you deal with a narcissist. But remember, you can always walk away. You have the power, not the narcissist. You have the power to walk away and never, ever, ever look back. And you know what? It might take a while for you to get there because, honey, it took quite a while for me to get there. But thank God I eventually got here. Like, oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. So thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to join me on my Patreon. Link in bio. Lots of good tea times. Thanks, guys. See ya.